Welcome back to Nick Lange's Comic Corner, Classic / Non-Classic. This is episode number 657. Doubleshot number 561. Alright, we got two Marvel trades. One is an X-Men trade, the other, of course, is a Star Wars trade. First up, it's X-Men Blue, Volume 0, Reunion. This collects Uncanny XMen number 351, 359, X-Men Load number 17, Uncanny XMen / Fantastic Four Annual 98, and Serial's Guide to the X-Men. Mostly put when it comes to these issues, these are a bunch of standalone issues. They're not like a story arc. Like, for example, the first issue in here is just a standalone story featuring Cecilia Reyes, where she leaves the X-Men to go to New York City, become a doctor, and she's there for a good period of time. She meets up with Daredevil, which of course is also expanded upon. They also threw in a few pages from Daredevil number 371, which for some reason they didn't list off in here. This issue where Wolverine faced off against the new Alpha Flight from the second volume for the series, the one that lasted for 20 issues, and had the makeover of the members looking like where the lamp was this. Let's see if I can get to that lineup. Yeah. Like I mentioned, when it comes to Blue, there was a connection to. They said they have Department H show up at issue of X-Men Volume 2 in order to set up their appearance in X-Men Uncanny X-Men. Yep, that's really the whole point of it, was to set up their appearance here. Let's see if I can find them here. Yeah, and this is from. Yeah, here it is, right here. Here it is, which is the cover, which is a homage to Uncanny X-Men number 100. Yep. Yeah, it turns out that they're tracking Wolverine because he apparently killed somebody with his enemy claws, and it turns out they were actually tricked by the higher-ups. Turns out he actually did not kill him. They did not know that he lost his enemy skeleton. The readers and the X-Men knew. They already knew about it, and he had an alibi for this murder. And it turns out they were held in Bastion's jail cell at the particular point in time. Yeah, the story here featuring Rogue, and by the way, Rogue actually wears this particular attire right here, which is kind of basically what she's wearing nowadays. Yep. But these stories in here are fantastic. It's odd though to see for Uncanny X-Men, usually it's a series of connected stories. These are a bunch of standalone issues where it just focuses on some member of the X-Men, which, okay, fine, once in a while this is okay, but nowadays it's story arcs like crazy. You don't see stuff like this now anymore. It's rare, very rare to see this anymore. Egg, there's even a story here featuring Bishop and Deathbird. Yeah, at a time when Deathbird was in love with the man with guns from the future. Those of you who don't know which future he comes from, Bishop, he's from the Days of Future Past timeline. He's not the only one. Rachel Gray is from there too. Yeah, she's one of two people. As far as I know, she has met Bishop. She has barely interacted with him at all. And yes, she has met the younger version of her future husband, who, believe it or not, her husband from her timeline is Franklin Richards, the son of Reed and Sue Richards of the Fantastic Four. I'm not kidding about that. That's completely all true. Fantastic stuff for this particular set of issues. I give this a 9.5. I think it's really good. The writing here is done by several different writers. It's done by Stephen T. Segal, who's actually a regular writer of the series, Terry Kavalov, Joe Casey, Joseph Harris, Joe Kelly, Pierce Sargent, and Rob Passero. Here are the artists, and there's a lot of here for these ones. Ed Baines, Tim Lyle, Chris Bachalo, who came back during the Brian Michael Bendis run, and of course brought up Wolverine X-Men. Don Norton, Paul Pellicer, Cully Hammer, who actually recently who was the artist for the Shade series, awesome series, highly recommended. Tom Lee Edwards, Darryl Banks, Terry Dotson, J.H. Williams III, John Cassidy, who would later come back to do Astonishing X-Men. And he also did, recently, I think his last book he did was an issue of Captain America Sam Wilson. Ryan Benjamin, Leo Fernandez, and Jim Chung. Great stuff. Next up is Star Wars. Jedi of the Republic, Mace Windu, collecting the 5-issue limited series. Yeah, this series was not very long. When I heard about the series, like, okay, this is interesting. Doing one on Mace Windu. Now, I do know about the comic books that did focus on him from Dark Horse. This is one published by Marvel, not Dark Horse. Yeah, this is something that's, well, it's not fully stated exactly when this takes place. It's implying this takes place during the Clone Wars. Yeah, with Mace going on a mission and, of course, taking down a fellow Jedi Knight for attacking a Jedi Master. Yep. It's a pretty interesting series, and I do recommend. There's also, in case you don't know, in the original expanded in the original EU novels, there was no focused on uh, Mace Windu himself, where he actually goes to his home planet, and his home planet's a jungle of all things, which is bizarre. Yeah, the thing about Mace Windu is that there is not much backstory to him at all. He's a complete man of mystery. He was something that George Lucas came up with for the prequel trilogy, and he's played by the ever awesome Samuel L. Jackson. I'm sure Samuel L. Jackson himself would love to sign a trade featuring a character he's played. I mean, I know for a fact Adam West did it for Batman 66 when my friend Andrew Sheldon basically met him at Comic-Con years before he passed away. It's about a couple of years ago this was. Fun little miniseries. I'm going to get this roughly 9 out of 10. That's what I hope about. It's just a good miniseries. Okay, so that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which will be the first of several episodes in a row, where it's going to be on Transformer trades. Yep. But until I see you there, bye.